You're invited to a very Cravings open house. This holiday, I'm making a bunch of treats for an open house. There's going to be something for everyone. Today we're making Kul Kuls. I've made this Kul Kul recipe before, but this is my new and enhanced version of my Auntie Sally's recipe. Kul Kuls are a must at every holiday time. Every year I have to make at least 2 or 3 batches of Kul Kuls for my family and friends to share. They're made out of dough and they're crispy and crunchy. Before I go any further with this recipe, do make sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And be sure to check out all of the other links in this series. I'm going to leave that link at the end of this video. Now let's get started. This beautiful cookie dough starts with 2 egg yolks. And I'm going to follow this with 1 3/4 cup of sugar. I'm also going to add 1 cup of milk, a pinch of salt, and now let's get this mixed up in my food processor. As the yolk breaks, it's going to turn the liquid into a gorgeous golden hue. I have 3 tablespoons of semolina here, and I'm just going to add this in. I've also measured 700 grams of just regular all-purpose flour. I've pre-sifted this, and I'm going to add this in 1 tablespoon at a time. Once the dough starts to get stiff, you can switch from the paddle attachment to a dough hook. Scrape the dough from the sides of the bowl at intervals and keep adding more flour. Stop when you notice that the dough has absorbed all of the liquid, even if you haven't used up all of your flour yet. And now for the magic ingredient. You will need about 175 to 200 ml of melted and cooled ghee. And I'm just going to add this in to incorporate with the dough. You can substitute clarified butter, but this recipe gets its distinct flavor from the ghee. Once everything is somewhat incorporated, I'm going to scrape the mixture out so I can give this a good knead. I'm going to divide this into thirds and I'm going to wrap it in cling film and chill for at least an hour to make it easier to handle. When you're ready to roll, grab a portion and uncover it. Using a knife, I'm just going to cut off a piece and I'm going to roll this into a cylinder shape and then I'm going to divide this. Now look at this. I'm using this gadget I bought to flatten roti dough. You can use any kind of flat object, preferably with a handle, to quickly press down the cut portions. I prefer my trusted comb to roll out the Kul Kuls. If you live in India, you also get a tool that's made especially to roll out the Kul Kuls. Grabbing my comb in one hand, I'm going to press the flattened dough against it so it gets that spring-like impression, and then I'm going to roll it tight. Now look how adorable this is. Let's get a closer look. In the past, I used to sit in front of the TV for hours and roll these out. First make little balls and then squish them into a flat shape, and then I would take each one and roll it on a comb. This method is so much more efficient. And also, because you're reducing the amount of time you're handling the dough, you have more ghee in the cookie and less all over your warm hands. Even with this new method, Kul Kuls is time-consuming to prepare during the Christmas season, and typically the whole family gets involved to make this together. You can also try to use this gadget that is used to roll Italian pasta, but I prefer my trusted comb to roll out the Kul Kuls. After you finish rolling this in batches, keep them chilled by returning them to the fridge. I'm finally done with this batch and it's ready to start frying. I have oil heating up here and you need to carefully monitor the temperature. Start with a few Kul Kuls and cook them till golden brown and then remove them to drain on some kitchen towel. If you overcrowd your oil, it's going to drop the temperature and the Kul Kuls will break. Keep that oil moving so the Kul Kuls don't sink to the bottom and scorch. Periodically clean the debris from the oil using a strainer or a slotted spoon. Because of the egg content in the Kul Kuls, you will notice that the oil will start to froth. When I fry a batch of Kul Kuls, I usually make sure to use fresh oil with every batch. Make sure these are cooled completely before storing them in airtight tins for the holidays. Thank you so much for joining me in Cravings Food Adventures. I really hope you enjoyed this delicious recipe for Kul Kuls. If you've never made Kul Kuls before, do try this recipe. If you've made Kul Kuls before, do try this recipe as well. It's really delicious and very crispy. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, guys. Share my channel as well as my videos with your family and friends. And do make sure to ring the bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And don't forget, I am running a giveaway on my channel till the end of the year. This includes a box full of my favorite ingredients, including a Cravings apron and a mug. So all you need to do is comment on any video with the hashtag Cravings and you will be entered automatically for your chance to win. All of the details are in the description. And follow me behind the scenes on all of my social channels. I upload a ton of behind the scenes footage there. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Until I see you next time, do take care. Happy holidays.